okay, alone has to be included as a marketing expense. Then it says that the motor lorries are to be depreciated over 8-year life with a nil residual value using the straight line method. Depreciation for this year is yet to be entered into the books. Now let's calculate the motor lorry depreciation. Okay, motor lorry depreciation using straight line method for 8 years. So the cost divided by 8-year lifetime. Okay, so the motor lorries, we can see here the cost is 385,000 divided by 8, that is going to be equal to 48125. Okay, 48125. And this year depreciation for the motor lorries they have not included, so let's include this. So motor lorries depreciation was not included, so that is going to be equal to 48125. So 48125. Okay, then it says that the oven equipment is to be depreciated at the rate of 25% per year using the reducing balance method. Depreciation for this year is yet to be entered into the books. For the oven equipment, okay, for the oven equipment, let's calculate the depreciation. It's cost minus the depreciation times the rate. Okay, so the cost minus the depreciation times the rate for the oven equipment. So that is going to be equal to, the cost is 1,800,000, okay, minus 420,000 times the rate. So times the rate they have given is 25%. So that value is going to be equal to 1,380,000 times 25%, that is going to be equal to 345,000. So now let's write it here for the this is the oven equipment. Okay, oven equipment depreciation. So using the reducing balance method, it is 345,000. Okay, 345,000. Then wages and salaries. Delivery staff, it is 525,000. Delivery staff wages here they have given. Okay, so it is 525,000. Okay, then shop staff wages, it is 610,000. So let's include it here. So 610,000. Then you have the direct factory labor wage, it is 1760, okay, 1,000. And then you have head office, it is 984,000. Head office salaries, it is 984,000. So these are the additional information we have accounted. Now we have to include the other stuff from here. First one is, okay, so here we can see, let's calculate the cost of sales. Opening inventory plus the direct materials. Okay, opening inventory plus the direct materials minus this closing. Okay, so opening inventory cost, Okay, opening inventory, we saw that it is 82,000. So opening inventory is 82,000. So let's write it here. Direct materials, okay, direct materials, it is 2,650,000 to 650,000. Then less discount received, it is 21,000. So less 21,000. Then less the closing inventory. Then you have the other costs. So let's calculate. Okay, let's calculate the factory direct labor wage, factory gas. Okay, everything we have included, other stuff. So now let's calculate the total cost of sales. So the total cost of sales is equal to 82,000 plus 2,650,000 minus 21,000 minus 89,000, okay, plus 142,000 plus 345,000 plus 63,600 plus 615,000 plus 1,760,000. So that is 5. Okay, it is 5,547,600. This is going to be your cost of sales. So let's go and put it here. Okay, cost of sales, it is around this much, and we have to subtract, okay, less revenue minus, okay, we have to do less the cost of sales. So I'm going to put it in the brackets. Okay, then you have, let's calculate the distribution cost. First one is the delivery cost. It is 211,000. So 211,000. Then discount allowed, it was 43,000. Shop electricity we have put. Then the rest, then hire of the bank card payment terminals, so that is 96,000. Then you have motor lorry running expenses, so it is around 82,000. And then you have the rent on the shop premises, it is 380,000. Okay, other things we have included because there was additional information and stuff given, so we have to add up and find out what is the total distribution cost. Okay, let's calculate the total distribution cost. So that's going to be equal to, so first 211,000, okay, plus 43,000 plus 84,800 plus 145,000, okay, plus 164,000 plus 96,000 plus 292,000 plus 48,125 plus 82,000 plus 380,000 plus 525,000 plus 610,000. So that is 2680925. Okay, 2680925. So 2680925 is your distribution cost. So let's go and write it here. Distribution cost is this much. Then let's calculate the administration expenses. So the first one is the auditor's fees. It is 26,500. So let's write it here, 26,500. Okay. Then head office electricity is gas and electricity has been calculated. Head office rent and expenses, it is 480,000. So let's include that. So 480,000, and you have the salaries. Now let's calculate. Okay, now let's calculate the total administration expense. So the total administration expense is 26,500 plus 63,600 plus 41,000 plus 480,000 plus 984,000. So that is equal to 159500. So 1595,100. Okay. So now let's go and write the administration expenses here.